Welcome to Steppa the Flatbush Don TV, where we don't glorify violence, we learn from it. I want to thank all my subscribers and all my supporters for helping me to build this channel and bringing you the content that you like to hear. Now, in a few, we're going to have membership. If you want to support the channel, be a diehard member, the opportunity is going to be there. So look out for it. We're approaching that that 1K subscription. I couldn't do it without you. So I'm very grateful to all those who tune in and support the channel. Support is very essential, especially when it comes to the algorithms. Make sure you like, share, subscribe every chance you get. Let somebody else know about the channel that don't know. Put them on, because sometimes you assume that people is up on the channel, but they're not, right? So help me to get the word out. So like tonight, I want to cover the celly from hell. There's a lot of times when you're bidding, one of the worst things that you could have is a celly, a cellmate that have a different lifestyle from you. Now that can make your bid longer. It can make your bid more turbulent, more stressful. You're doing a lot of time already. Then you're dealing with an individual who's going against the grain instead of with the grain. So he's making your life miserable, so to speak. The year is, I think, around 95 going to 96. I get my Fed number. They shipped me to Raybrook, which is in Raybrook FCI, which is a federal medium high facility in Lake Placid, New York. At that time, they try to keep you within 500 miles or thereabouts of where you caught your case. So now I'm in Raybrook, New York, and I'm going through, they put me with a celly from St. Louis. Now Raybrook, before I get to that, Raybrook, once you get on the compound, it looked more like a college campus. But see, that's the feds for you. They make the compound look nice so you don't mind being there, incarcerated. It's like technology for your mind, right? So we inside, I go in there with my celly. He checking me out. You got a couple words, this and that, this and that. We had a heart-to-heart talk. Talk about he gonna give me a little room so I can unpack, get my stuff together. You know, I learned from the rip that you gotta learn how to play the game. Dude had told me, yo, listen, man, if you want to stay on the bottom bunk, get that bottom bunk pass. Whatever institution you go to, you're gonna be on the bottom bunk. They gotta give you a bottom bunk. So I had a leg injury. I done got hit up in both my legs, plus motorcycle accidents. So I'm like, doctor asked me any problems when I go to medical and all that. So I tell him, yo, doc, you know what? I can't climb up on no top bunk. I can't, my legs messed up. So I show him the scars and all that. I get the bottom bunk pass. So now, like I said, I meet my Sully, this dude from St. Louis. He checking me out, I'm checking him out. I'm not that, we have a little small talk, but I'm not one for big conversations with people I don't know. But the little conversations was good enough. We broke the ice, filling each other out. Make a long story short, my Sully, the wine man, he got the liquor jump off, and he got the hookup behind the mirror, because it's a 2-man cell. As soon as you come through the door, you got the toilet right there. You got the sink, you got a mirror, stainless steel mirror. But you could take out the whole mirror piece, and they got like a crawl space between the 2 cells. And dude got his stash, his liquor stash up in there. And like I guess on Friday nights and whatever, weekend time, when that joint ready, he got his customers and his distribution and all that. I don't knock it, that's his thing. But one thing I liked about this Sully, he said, Sully, I'm doing my thing, this is me. If anything jump off, I'ma claim that. I'm gonna wear that. I told him, I hope you do, because we're going to have a problem if you don't. So now time go on. They call me from programs one day. They done knocked the stash. So I'm thinking, what they call me down there for? They didn't take the weight? No, they called me down there to separate properties. I mean, I had my locker, he had his locker, but he had certain things that was net bags and different things and they wanted to know whose was whose, and they didn't want to pack the wrong stuff. Okay, cool. My Sully out of there. I get a next Sully. Get this young boy from Jersey. Now he extortionist. He want to go around the compound. He want to extort people in the unit around the compound. He had a little size on him, little dreads. Me, I'm a type of person, I do my time easy. And when I say easy, I go to my program, whatever my counselors say to get, I get that in my folder, I program. And when I come back to the unit, if I don't feel like going to chow, I usually cook something, got my food, got my books, and I'm good. Take my shower, I'm good. watch my news. So now, and the thing about the feds is, it's not like you're going to run into dudes from New York alone. You got dudes from all over the place. D.C., wherever. Ohio, St. Louis, I mean, all over. You're going to have dudes there. A lot of dudes be on disciplinaries and whatever. They just come out the disciplinary spot. They ship them there and all kind of things, right? You run into all kind of different people. So now, this young boy, I'm cool with some next dudes. I got a lot of respect up in the spot. So dudes come to me and say, yo, man, my peoples want to run up in your cell and deal with dude, but on the strength of you, we don't want to do that. We don't want to disrespect you. So I'm like, yo, listen, man, me and you cool. I don't know what my celly into, but that's my celly business. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try to talk to the dude or whatever. Dude's like, nah, don't wake him up. Don't wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Don't wake him up. I said, well, what you do on the compound, y'all do on the compound. But once y'all run up in the cell, y'all violate me. He said, yeah, that's why I wanted to tell you. That's why I wanted to talk to you and let you know what was going on. Dude was pressing my homeboy, and you know what I'm saying? We trying to get at him. We want to get at him. We are going to get him. I said, all right, cool. So one morning, I'm going to breakfast. You know, it'd be dark outside, it's early. I just hear, yo, Sully. I'm like, yo, you got two dudes trying to poke my celly up. And he tried to fight him off, but he must have slipped. So now I'm in a serious situation, man. I'm like, I gotta weigh it out. And I don't really have time to make the decision. But the kind of person I am, I like the dude. He cool. He was my celly, you know what I'm saying? So when you lock in with somebody, you know, you can't just turn your back and just let them get blown up. So I intervened. Dude's like, yo, we ain't got nothing with you. You got the knife. So I'm like, yo, I'll just lift him up, lift my celly, get him back on his feet. So that by that time the police start rushing, these dudes threw their knives on the roof, kitchen. It's one celly. They came pack him up. Boom, boom, boom. Next celly. Was a young boy from Philly. Young dude, Sonny. Oh, man. Sonny was living a dream. He used to get money in the street. So every time he wanted to get on the jack, talk about a lot of dudes got money for him. He be calling these dudes, and you know how it is. Dudes know you locked up. You ain't coming out no time soon. They start talking greasy to you, sideways to you. And he steady calling these people and putting pressure on them to send them money, this and that. Then when shit don't go his way, he come back to the cell and want to talk and want to complain and talk about what he used to do and how much money he had and He was a good dude, but he was stuck. He didn't realize that, listen, man, you locked up, man. People don't care. They ain't got to worry about you for the next maybe 10, 15 years. Then I had another celly, another dude from Philly. Now this dude here, oh Lord, this dude took the cake. Like I said, I do my bid program. They had a thing called Unicore, where you could work in a factory. They got the best pay in the jail, in the prison, and then, you could stack a little something. So now I'm working in Unicore. After Unicore, come back, hit rec, get my buff on, take my shower. I have my routine down packed, right? Cook my food. And then I read my books. Relax. Boom. If my cellie want to use the cell, I give him time to do what he got to do. Come out the cell. I'll go check out my news or whatever. Maybe a movie. For the most part, you got to know how to bid. You give your cellie, because two of y'all sharing the same cell, so you got to give him time to do what he need to do in the cell and give him his privacy while you out. So y'all rotate. Y'all do the same thing. Everything was love. But the thing about my cellie, he got a thing. He got to go against the administration. He got to beef with the administration. He just, I don't know, he just had it in for the administration. So now, him and the police must have got into something. I don't know what it was. I ain't asked him. So I'm like, yo, Sully, calm down, man. He pacing up and down. Oh, I'm going to get you. Blah, 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 blah. He talking mad shit on the gate. I'm like, oh, man, this dude going to have us he going to get the cell tossed up. I'm like, yo, Sully, calm down, man. Calm down. It ain't that bad. Nah, Sully, stay out of it, man. I got this. He hyped up. You don't want to hear nothing. So I'm like, yo, all right. You on your own. So the next day, he gets out. I don't know. Usually the CO don't leave his office unlocked. But he left it unlocked and went, I don't know, maybe he went to go search something in the unit. And my cellie went in there and put shit on the man's phone. So now when the CO went back in his office and the phone, he got on the phone, I don't know, I can't remember if the phone rang or he went to make a call. When he went like this, he had shit all in his ears and on his mouth. Oh man, he must have pulled that pin. Police came from everywhere, stormed the place. I don't know what happened. But the next day, I was in programs and they called me again. I come up there. I'm like, what's the problem, CO? Man, which stuff is yours and which you gotta separate the stuff. Your cellie going to the hole, your cellie in the hole. I'm like, ah, man. He said, what did he do? CO was running it down to me, this and that. I'm like, oh man. In a way, I was glad that dude was out of there because, man, it would have been, you see, when dudes decide to go against the administration, you ain't got no wins. You don't have no wins. People gonna come and shake down your cell every day if they want. They could set you up. They could do a lot of different things, but they gonna make your life miserable. You're already miserable because you're doing a lot of time. Then they gonna make it worse. So he was like the celly from hell, man. I was glad that dude was up out of there. For real, for real. He was all right dude, but he didn't know how to control his temper. He let his temper get the best of him. And once his temper was on, once his head was hot, he didn't care about nothing. He didn't want to hear nothing. He just wanted to get revenge or whatever and talk to them police sideways and this and that. You in their house. You got to exercise caution. You got to exercise discipline. You got to know when to do things and when not to do things. If they violate your rights, then you put in the paperwork on them. But when you decide to sabotage them and this and that, you leaving yourself open to get sabotaged. You can't win. They got friends. They're in the seat of power. They could come at you all day long. They could make your bid miserable 100 different ways. But my celly didn't understand this. He just had it in his mind that he had 15 years to do. And he was going to make it, he was going to give him 15 years of misery. Wherever he went. He was going to fight the administration. I say more power to him. When I went to the feds, I wanted to do my time and come up out of there. I didn't want to end up with no more time than I got. A lot of times dudes get into this jail politics. Then they end up getting more time than they started with. And by the time they realize it, it'll be too late. So brother Steppa, peace, love, stay free, stay wise, stay patient, stay honorable.